All right. This is Pastor Rufus, better known in these YouTube streets as Elder for the Beat 139 Sports. Coming to you today on MLK Day. All right, let's get this cracking. I want to talk about some trades today. I know today, January 15th, is the day where all the players that are going to be eligible for trades are all eligible now. I think there were 18 more guys that needed to become eligible. Those were the guys that ended up signing contracts this past off season and ended up making at least double the money that they made the year before. So those guys, they're not eligible to be traded until later on the year, which is January 15th. Guys that just signed normal regular contracts, they can be traded December 15th. I think the trade deadline, if I'm not mistaken, is February 8th. So it's time to get it going now. You got about 4 weeks to get these trades going. I know a lot of teams have been looking to make some trades. Excuse me. A lot of teams have been looking to make some trades. I'm hearing pretty much the whole entire league is going to be looking to make trades. At least 26, 27, 28 teams should be involved in some type of trades. But what I want to deal with today is like some hidden gems that could be out there for teams that could kind of change the climate of their team. They can change the atmosphere of their team, can change the fortunes of their team. So let's get started with Bones Hyland. Bones Hyland. Now, to me, the league is trending to these type of guards. You see Tyrese Maxey has been doing really good. You see guys like Emmanuel Quickly, now that he's been traded over to the Toronto Raptors, is playing even better, shooting at a higher percentage. So I think guards like that are kind of what I call the herky-jerky, the quick, slender guards that, stop on a dime and pull up from three. These type of guards that are really dynamic scorers. They're pretty good athletes as well. They're ultra quick. I think those types of guards are trending in the league right now. So Bones Hyland is that type of guard, but because he was in Denver last year playing behind Murray and KCP and all those dudes, and then got traded to the Clippers, and then the Clippers brought in Russell Westbrook, they brought in James Harden, they already had Norman Powell. You see what I'm saying? They got Terrence Mann. It's just no minutes for this young brother, but he can play. He can play. Every time he's gotten an opportunity to get out there and play, he's actually shown, been pretty good. So I'm thinking, if you got a team that is kind of needs a punch from the guard position, that could be right there on the cusp. Even if that team, like right now, is not even in the playoff picture, like say they're 11th or 12th or 13th, that would be a good spot for him to go. Now, being that Bones Hyland is in the Western Conference, I don't see the Clippers trading him to another Western Conference team. So you got to look at teams in the East that could potentially make a move like this. And like, to me, I think a team like Charlotte, he would be really good at, because I think Charlotte wants to keep LaMelo Ball. To me, LaMelo Ball can play with anybody. He can play with any guard. He can play with anybody. He can play 1, 2, doesn't matter. He just flows with anybody. He fits in with any kind of system. He's going to be fine, in my personal opinion. They want to move Scary Terry. And if you do move Scary Terry, and they got guys like Gordon Hayward, they got guys like Miles Bridges, they got guys like PJ Washington. All these dudes, they're looking to move, right? But if you want a sneaky move that could kind of help and solidify your backcourt, they may want to mess around and trade for Bones Hyland, because if I'm not mistaken, he's still on a rookie contract. He's not making a lot of money right now. So get him now, get a chance to showcase him the rest of the year. Because if you make these moves and move a guy like Scary Terry, move the rest of these dudes, you got room for him to come in and play. So then you get to really showcase him. And then, if he's as good as you think he is, hey, re-sign him on the cheap, because he just hasn't played enough. He's not going to get a max deal or anything like that. So if he comes in and gets like a Austin Reeves type of deal, a 3-year 45 or something like that, you got this dude on the cheap while he's going to be maturing as a player. Y'all all see that brother down there in Atlanta. I think his name is Jalen Johnson or something like that. That came from Duke, got drafted in the 2021 draft. See, I guarantee a lot of people were saying when they got him, oh, he ain't that good. He's this, he's that, he's that. Because nobody had really been paying attention to this dude. Nobody had. Now all of a sudden, boom, he done matured. His body done matured a little bit. He done blew up on the scene, and now he's tearing the NBA up. So now you got Atlanta thinking totally different now. They're willing to move guys like Hunter and Sadiq Bey and Bogey and DeJounte Murray, all because they got another bona fide star in their minds that they can put alongside Trae Young. So I think a lot of these teams do these young players a lot of disservice. They don't give them time to mature. Some of you old heads may remember how it used to be for the foreign players when they would come in. The foreign players would come over here, and even though they had been playing pro ball overseas for a few years, it wasn't the same as NBA ball back then. Now it is. It's kind of caught up. Back then it wasn't. So the foreign players were always late bloomers. They always took a few years. Look at Nikola Jokic. They knew Nikola Jokic was good, but they had Nurkic and all that in Denver, remember? So they wasn't featuring Nikola Jokic, Jokic like that. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Look at these. I'm talking about foreign guys that didn't come in the league tearing the league up. But boy, once they hit their stride, look what they doing now. Now, today, you getting guards from America that are like this. You're getting guards from America that are like this. So, I think Bones Hyland, I'm not saying Bones Hyland's finna be all-time pro. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying he's finna be, not all-time pro. What I'm saying is that he can be a very serviceable guard. He can be a very good player. And if you're looking at the trajectory of this thing, like Tyrese Maxey, and you're looking at Emmanuel Quickly, I think Bones Hyland is kind of in that same type of category. So guards like that is the guys that I think teams that are really always looking futuristic, looking down there. I gave you one little quick scenario. I mean, if I wanted to really hone in on this thing, I could give you several more teams that could do it. I wouldn't say Atlanta because they got Kobe Buffkin. Orlando's got a whole bunch of guards. Boston set at guards. Honestly, let him get to Milwaukee. Let Milwaukee find a way to get a guy like this. That would be a great addition to Milwaukee. Now, I know they struggle defensively. Bones Hyland is athletic enough, though, to where he gives an effort defensively. Like, to me, guys like Dame Lillard, D'Lo, guys like that don't even give an effort defensively. When I watch them a lot of times, they get that fake little initial effort. But really, if you go around them or when anything, if the ball rotates, they're not rotating. Them guys don't even try to me when it comes to defense. But Bones Hyland is young enough and athletic enough and fast enough and long enough. He will give effort. So I don't think he's going to hurt you on that end. And I think he can light it up on the offensive end. And I think they need guards here in Milwaukee because I think they have that Cam dude that came from Phoenix. I can't think of his last name. But they not real high on that dude. I mean, he's a point guard and all, but they're not real high on him. I think Bones can come right in there and get some minutes. And he needs to go somewhere where he can actually play. Bones needs to be somewhere where he can actually play. So that's why I'm not thinking of teams like New York. I'm not thinking of teams like Detroit, Cleveland. I'm not thinking about these teams because I don't see minutes for him with all the guard play they already have. I don't see minutes for that dude. All right. I don't want this video to go too long. So today, I'm going to just keep it to Bones Hyland. I'm going to probably be in and out a lot this week, just because of the fact that we got trades that are going to be going on. So some of these trades, when they do go down, I may want to come in and break it down so y'all can understand the business side of it, the financial side of it, why teams did what they did and things of that magnitude. I'm more about educating and conversation than debating. I will debate. I will roast some folk if I have to, but I'm more about educating and having a good basketball conversation. So again, this is Pastor Rufus, better known in these YouTube streets as Elder, coming to you from the Beat 139. If you like what you're hearing, hit the like button and hit the subscribe. And I'll be back with more for you guys here on the Beat 139 Sports.